survivor. I'm a survivor, survivor. Who will be the ultimate survivor? Let's find out when you spend the day in our shoes. All you creators, our sanctuary is waiting. Who will win the title? Well, it could be you. Survivor, survivor. I'm a survivor.
Hi to hello. Hi to hello, my friends. I don't know if you were able to see what you were actually watching right there, but it was actually really funny. What I did was I took a video of Mr. Jeff, he left us today. I took a video of Mr. Jeff doing his famous dance. Now, everyone knows, all of you ladies know, that most men only have one dance move. I have one dance move, very different than what Mr. Jeff's dance move is. But what I did was I took a video of Mr. Jeff and his dance move, and I sort of like superimposed it over my dance move. And then I stuck it to the music. And I've had so much fun with that. Let's watch the next one. Watch this.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that. I will say this. My humor's not for everybody. Oh, and Jamie can vouch for that. My humor is not for everybody.
What is for me?
Well, some parts of my humor is for you. And there are some things that Jamie just does not get my humor about. And I understand that there's many of you guys that don't get my humor. And guys, that's okay. You don't have to. But I'll tell you what, I had a really fun time with Jeff. And he has earned himself a title. He now goes by Jersey Jeff. He does, because we've all seen how wonderful he not only loves, but he manages and just understands and he has a really deep connection with that Angus Jersey bull, who we all know is, Chuck. Now, I have to be honest and remind you all that Chuck is not really a bull anymore. He goes by the term steer. It's called S-T-E-E-R. Let me type that in for you all so you kind of know. And this might be a teachable moment. I don't know for a fact. But a bull is a male cow, a bull, who is still intact. And whereas a steer is a male who is no longer intact. Oh, this is cute. This is really cute. Let me find that. Look what Miss Joanne. Oh, Miss Joanne, I deleted it. I removed it. Teresa said it again. Joanne, I am so sorry. You had a cute word and I pressed the wrong button and it removed it. I think I can find it. Is that Joanne's? Yes. Joanne's like a Chuck steer. So now we have a new name that we can call Chucky, the Chuckmeister, the Chuckaholic, the Chuckamania, and yeah, we can also call him the Chuck steer, the Chuck steer. Oh, I think that you get it. Thank you so much to this sweet lady. I think that says Gollin. Click. Lester, I love your humor. I'll tell you what, not everybody does, though, y'all. Not everybody does. And if it has not been more obvious over the last couple of days, and I don't know why the internet does that. I'm sitting here trying to pinpoint, like, what was the trigger? What was the trigger that set everybody off over the last couple of days? And, I sometimes just cannot pinpoint what it is. What I think is happening is that you're upset and you're bothered by other things in the world, things that are going on in the world. And those kind of things sometimes can carry over to your attitude and your mood when you're watching, a creator's videos. And sometimes you take it out on the creator. And so it is what it is. We try not to make it that big of a deal. And we just go with it. Oh, Lord, Kathy wants to get technical. So, Miss Kathy, let me tell you what I did yesterday. And I'm going to tell you all a secret. How many folks are on here? So we got just about 2,500 people watching. So you guys are going to learn a little secret that I'm about to share with you all. You ready, Miss Kathy? Let me refill my Pepsi, 0 sugar. And I'm going to refill this and share a little something with you all. I wish that there was somebody who could I think I can do it myself. This is going to be funny. I think y'all are going to love this. This is going to be really funny. I wish I had a way to put this into transcript. I'm going to remove that comment, Miss Kathy. I wish I had a way to put this into transcript. I'm not going to take it right now, but I would love it if everybody who's so mean and so mad and so grouchy and so grumpy had a chance to go back and replay the transcript of last night's live that was just about 24 hours ago. And here's exactly what I said, almost verbatim. Now, I don't have a transcript. I was going to play it, but I don't want to, too much time. Here's exactly how it goes. Everybody's fine. Not to worry. Everything is okay. Chuck is fine. Lester's fine. Jeff is fine. Guys, everybody's fine. I'm letting you know that everybody's fine. I went on to say that my truck is fine. I says everything's normal. Not to worry. You don't have anything to worry about. And then I said there was a mishap. I says Chuck did not end up where he was supposed to be. Everything was going great until, and there was not a piece of that, not a word of that should have driven so many folks to such extremes as some of the name calling that you were calling me. But guess what? I kind of had a purpose for going live. And the purpose of me going live was to lead you all to a video that you would have never watched otherwise. Surprise. So what I did was I went live on both channels, on both of my channels, the I'm a Survivor and Longhorn Lester's, to let you know that Chuck was home, but there was a mishap. There was a disaster in the unloading process, and I says, not to worry, Chuck is fine. Chuck is fine. Chuck is fine. And so what happened was a lot of folks just couldn't handle the anticipation. So unbeknownst to you all, I already had a video built and uploaded and was ready to play straight up 8:30 on the dot. But I know that a lot of folks are doing other things in the evenings, and I think that video would have gone unnoticed and you would not have been able to have seen my video. So what I did was I kind of drove a lot of people to watch the video. I'm not embarrassed about it. And if you feel hurt or if you feel used by that, I'm sorry. Well, I'm not sorry. I did it on purpose. But it is what it is. Thank you all for watching the video. I think that those that took the time to watch were very entertained by how Chuck was able to do a quick left instead of what we thought he was going to do. I also put a video on the second channel letting you all see that Jeff actually caught it Jeff actually told me, hey, what if he goes that way? I'm like, he's not going to go that way, Jeff. Why would he go that way? And of course, everyone knows that no matter how amazing Jeff is and just very, easy and calm and relaxed, that's not my style. That is not my style. I need some drama. I like some action in my life. And so Jeff was right and I was wrong. And it takes a big man to admit that. And I'm a big man, y'all. I will tell you when I'm wrong. But wow, you just don't get it. Dino, I get it fine. You don't get it. I did exactly what I wanted to do. I got exactly what I wanted from you all. Someone says, why would you do that? So here's why. And I don't mean this in a mean way. Jamie understands it, but my entire week was thrown off. Trying to give away so much content to Jeff, which I don't mind at all. Jeff was here, and he came down to spend some time with Chuck and be a part of that procedure. But what it ended up doing is I ended up trying to be open and honest enough to give Jeff a lot of my content. And that was good for Jeff. We was able to get his page to grow from 7,000 folks all the way to almost 13,000 right now. So I feel like I was able to help Jeff's page grow a whole lot. And I do not regret that part one bit. And for Jeff's page to grow, he had to have exposure. And so what we did was I tried to drive a lot of people over to Jeff's channel. And if you want to be upset about that, then by all means, be upset and go pull your hair out. If it's purple or whatever color, you can do that if you choose to. You can stomp your foot and raise your fist. That's fine. But Jeff went from 7,000 to almost 13,000 over the course of the days he was with me. And I'm so very proud of Jeff. And I really do hope that Jeff will keep the momentum going and continue what he started here. And here's what I told Jeff before he left. I says, Jeff, you're a good man. I says, you yourself are a character. Don't become someone else's character. You be your own character. The same way that Jamie is a character, she's also the creator. The same way I'm a character in my videos, I'm also the creator. I says, Jeff, you are so blessed to be a character, and now you're a creator. I says, so take advantage of that. Be who you are. I says, and just go take it back home. Just take it back home and be a character in your own creations. Don't find yourself being someone else's character. And I don't know if you all understand what I mean by that, but it actually makes perfect sense. And I do believe that Jeff gets it. And so, nope, he's going back home with a title, and his title is Jersey Jeff. And Jersey, not because he's from New Jersey, but because he is the master of our Angus Jersey bull upsteer, Chuck. So thank you for this sweet lady over here who says, you know what, Lester? Kathleen says, I get it. I get it. I get it. Anywho, so thank you, Kathleen, and to anyone else who kinds of gets it. But for the other folks who don't, I'm not here to apologize to you. I'm here to do what I was not able to do last night because I got distracted by all the anger and the hate and the frustration. I want to talk to you about the week. What an amazing week it was. And it was beautiful. I'll tell you what, I told Jamie, I am exhausted. It was an exhausting week, very tiring. It took a lot to break the routine that you're sort of used to. And you all know what my routine is. No, I'm not going to apologize. I don't understand. I don't bend the knee like that. Y'all leave me alone about it. Let me just not even look at all that. If you're mad, then go be mad somewhere else. But no, I think it all started Tuesday when Jeff arrived and he and I had some fun. We started off we didn't waste any time, y'all. We did not waste any time in having a good time. And we went house hunting, and that was a lot of fun. That actually was never planned. That just kind of worked out. We're sitting here in front of the RV, and he was talking about the fact that would I ever want to maybe possibly, live there full time? And I'm like, absolutely, I would love that. You want to join my live?
No.
Why? You just not in the mood tonight?
I talked a lot today, and
Jamie, she's all talked out.
I worked today.
Did it make you a little bit jealous that I was house hunting with Jeff?
Not because you were with Jeff. God, I look like a wreck.
It's okay. We've not had our showers yet. We just got back.
I worked outside all day today.
And she also rode with me to the JL where there was a fire going. A fire. It was horrible. Now, it wasn't one that we started, not to worry. We did not start the fire. Anyway, back to...
So let me finish. I wasn't jealous that he was shopping with Jeff. I was jealous because I love to go look at trailer homes. That is like one of my most favorite things to like dream about. And I walk in, I'm like,
you want a drink of this? This Coke Zero or Pepsi Zero. This is actually one of my favorite.
It's really good.
Drinks.
Pepsi Zero is better than. Sorry, it is. It's better than Coke Zero. I don't know why. I don't like Diet Pepsi, but I love Pepsi Zero.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Walking into those houses, I'm always like, that bathtub's not big enough for me. Or this closet's never going to do. I would need 2 of these. And like, it is so fun to dream that way. I don't know why. Like, especially in the wintertime to go, like, that's a guilty little thing of like, to go dream and walk through a trailer house lot. I don't know why. It's the same way with the RV show. Going in there and be like, visioning myself cooking breakfast here or working in this hidden office in the RV. Like, so fun to dream in person. Does that make sense? Anyway, I was jealous of Jeff that Jeff got to do that. And I was stuck working.
Someone says, that's not zero. Yes, it is. You might need to borrow my glasses. So, Jamie, I agree. House hunting with you is always fun, but I'll tell you what.
You had more fun with Jeff.
I did. And can I say why? And this is
because he didn't go in the closets?
No, he wasn't so picky. Because here's the thing, and I get it. It's a woman thing, and I get it, women, and there's nothing wrong with this because you are from Venus and we're from Mars. I get that. But Jeff was not going in there saying, well, I would like to take that window and put it over on this wall. And I don't like drywall there. I want to have kind of a floral wallpaper. And these cabinets, I need to have the cabinets opening, the doors open this way, not that way. And whenever Jamie and I dream, I walk into a place envisioning exactly how it is and how I can fit into it. And Jamie walks into things saying, this is the way it is, but I need to change this, that, this, that's not. And I'm not being mean about that. Is it true? Sort of, a little bit?
A little bit. But the other difference is Lester cares way more about the outside and the way it faces and like that. And I'm always like, well, I could change it. I can add a porch or I can switch this. And Lester is like, it only comes as it comes. And this is how it is. And he cannot envision any other color, structural change, nothing like that. He's like, this is the package and this is what it is. And I'm always like, we don't have to stick with that. Like, we can manipulate anything. We think very differently.
No, but we are very happy here at our home now. We live small. Here's what we do. We live small in a small space, but we need a lot of storage. So this place works out great for that. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Jamie and I are both at the age where we can live in a smaller space. So the apartment here is only a 1-bedroom. It's a big bedroom, but it's a 1-bedroom. We do have a 2 full baths, which is great. What's wrong?
They're 3/4 baths.
What do you mean 3/4 baths?
So that has a shower only, not a tub. And this has a tub only, not a shower.
You call that a 3/4? I always thought it's full if there's a sink, there's a tub or / shower, because that makes it full.
So a toilet is a half bath, and a one or the other is a 3/4 bath.
Oh, Jamie, that's what I'm talking about.
That's the truth.
No one cares about that kind of stuff. We have 2 bathrooms here. We don't have 3/4 plus 3/4.
I'm being in the real,
really,
like in a real estate sense. That's
the 3/4 plus 3/4. You have the common denominator of 4. You carry you cross multiply. No one's doing that here,
people
babe.
a lot of people are saying I'm wrong.
No
Maybe
one's
I'm wrong.
doing that.
There's some people that say I'm right.
Everyone's going to fight over everything. Just agree with me because it's my channel, please. Can we just agree that this is
That's
my?
why you wanted me to join this live.
I'm pinching your leg right now. I'm going to pinch your
It
leg.
actually doesn't matter because it's perfectly doable for us. And like,
Well, here's the thing. If I did not have that bathroom, then I have that one and I would be able to be completely cleaned and restroomed and all that I need. Hand washed in the sink. If I didn't have that bathroom, then I would have that one and be the exact same. One has a shower, one has a tub.
one also has a washer and dryer in it and
Jane,
serves as the nursery.
I don't understand really what point we're trying to make here.
I'm just saying it's great.
What I was saying is we're very blessed to have found this place because we're able to live small, yet we have the entire shop where we host, events. Like we have my son's birthday party coming up next Sunday. We're very excited about that. We have storage stuff. Jamie has a lot of storage. I have storage. We have the entire attic that we have storage. And we have a lot of stuff.
This is a Texas basement. So the shop and the attic are Texas basements because normal people in the Midwest have basements to put their stuff in. And we don't have that because we're in Texas. So we have a shop and it works out really well for us because when
a real estate lady says they never call out 3/4 bath. Just FYI,
okay.
In the real estate world, it's either a half bath or a bathroom. You never say 3/4 bath.
I don't know. This lady said she just looked it up.
Well,
and then I was right. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's 2 bathrooms here. And if both of us need to use the restroom at once, we are winning. And we have a bathroom that the guests are able to use without coming into our bedroom. So
Sean S., you are correct. Women are always right, whether we're right.
this is the dumbest argument of the day.
Wait, who's arguing? That's the whole thing. I'm not an arguing kind of guy. I don't argue.
You know what I mean.
I do not argue. When is the last time I've ever argued? Like, I just don't argue. I am more the kind who will shut down and walk away. And that kind of
causes the argument.
That causes her to want to argue. But no, I'm just like chill. I'm not all chill. That's why I'm so upset that people are so bothered on the channel lately. Are you having any channel issues lately?
No, I just tell everybody I don't create that like opportunity to disagree. I guess I did this week with doing sponsorships. I really stirred the pot there. I didn't intend to, but I really took it in the knees. I'll just say that I took it in the knees that day. But I sort of just went live that night and I was like, hey, this is what I'm doing, and it's okay if you don't want to. It's okay. So the world right now is divided and angry and hurt and scared. And I think it's really easy to project that onto and take that out on other places. And sometimes you just got.
I'm your whipping boy. You've all made me your whipping boy. They call it the whipping boy. You know that, right?
I didn't know.
You have made me your whipping boy. I thought we had something special, and you have made me your whipping boy.
Well, just take it.
Lester screams. Okay, so this is funny. I love this, but everyone knows that Jeff is a very mild-mannered, very calm, relaxed individual. I don't know if he knows how to get upset, but we all know that I am hush it up. You need to, I'm trying to make a video. You know me. Rita, put your ears pretty, sweetie. And that's who I am. And that's my character, y'all. That's my character that I play. And I played if you're watching or if you're not watching. And a lot of the things were coming in talking about how much better Jeff is. He's the real Longhorn Lester. I should be the helper.
Wow.
I know. I'm like, I love Jeff, but you know what? He's Jersey Jeff. I'm Longhorn Lester.
Poor Jeff. He probably it probably turned out to be a much longer week than he anticipated, and didn't probably realize how much downtime that he was going to have. And I was thinking about that.
Here, so I mean, yeah, you would talk about it, then I'll talk about it.
Like when they came last time, it was like so much driving and then very little time here in comparison.
Like only like a one full day, wasn't it? One full day,
but they had
maybe
like
2 full days,
like 24, 26 hours of drive time each way. So
and
like,
they had each other.
Yes.
And they had Chuck here.
And then when he came back from that trip, I believe that he and Mary and have been working on things. Plus he's got kid. Plus he's got work. So it's probably like go.
And an Argo. He had an Argo
that apparently got stuck. But coming back here and flying here and then spending several days where you weren't present the whole time. And there's like,
well, I told him, I says, Bud, I says, you're welcome to come down, but I can't stop what I have to do there. And here's the whole thing. And I'm not trying to play some kind of a sad fiddle for me or for Jamie, but nobody, I don't care who you are on here, nobody understands how busy our days are. No, and you know what? You can all say, oh, I get it. I don't think that you do. I really, I mean that with all due respect. I don't think anyone understands just how busy our days are, how early they start, how we really try to find time to enjoy a cup of coffee, maybe 2 cups of coffee together if we can. And some days Jamie's not able to. Some days like today, I had to get up and get going and I wasn't able to. And there are just things that we try. We really got to look to try to find time to spend together. But if we're not, there's no one sitting around just twiddling their thumbs, as they say,
there's
or
no
goofing
downtime.
off. There's no downtime.
But my point was with Jeff is that he got here Tuesday and it's Saturday and he didn't leave till now. When you put yourself in a situation where you're out of your own routine, but you're also at a place where like you are forced to slow down and process and think, and you can sometimes even get in your own head. And I know that he and Chuck have this connection, and like Jeff has found himself like just very emotional about Chuck. I have a feeling that Jeff did a lot of reflecting this week, and Jeff might have, I don't want to say that he was bored. I have a feeling that he had a lot of time to like just be. And that is a very vulnerable place for people that typically are on the go all the time.
Yeah.
And so I am certain, because Jeff's a man and I just have a feeling that it's really hard to process all of that at once. And that it also is really hard to like explain those things. And I don't want to be a fly on the wall and be eager to like say it like that, but I have a feeling that his homecoming to Mary and Jaden is probably more powerful than ever, because that time of nothing, because even though you all did so much stuff, there's still a lot of alone time that most people don't have, you know?
Yeah, no, I would agree.
And that RV is quiet and the RV is small. So you're not tinkering around. You're not picking up after anyone. You're not doing your own laundry. You're not doing, there's so much that you're not doing. And you find yourself with this time that is hard to like fill a little bit. So you kind of just like, you have a lot of time to process things. And I have a feeling that, and this is the woman in me saying this, that Jeff got a lot of therapy out of time with Chuck this week. And that today in particular was probably very hard because it was a very heartfelt goodbye for him, I think. Probably more so than the first time, because it was alone. It wasn't full of camaraderie and so much going on. And there was a lot of time in between to process it, I think.
Yeah, maybe so. I never analyzed it so much.
Shocker.
I know, shocker. No, I just thought that I felt bad because I would go over in the morning and try to find an activity each day for us to do. But in my mind, I'm thinking, I got to get back home because I'm thinking about all these things that I'm not able to do. And I just kind of felt bad that I'm dropping Jeff back off at whatever time, knowing that it's still several hours until dark. And I just felt bad that he's over there with so much time alone. But no, I just felt like I wish I had more time to have spent with him. But like I was trying, the whole premise of what we're trying to say is people don't understand how busy. I mean, there are so many things that have to be done on every, there's not a day off.
It's very hard. Even when my family comes to visit, it's very hard to give the full attention to being present while maintaining everything else, because our days are full to the minute that we lay down. And sometimes that lay down is not until midnight. Even as we got home tonight, I was like, Lester came inside to start doing some work on the computer. I'm like, I got to go water the greenhouse. I have to run outside and, put some additional hay out for the horses. And it was dark already. So it's not like as soon as the sun sets, so we're like, okay, let's what are we going to do tonight? There's always stuff to do. So when people are here, it's really hard for us to be all that they probably are craving to be and to see and do while we're here, because there's just no time. There's literally no time.
I know. But we did have Jeff and I did find some time to enjoy ourselves. And we had some fun videos that we made. So house shopping was really awesome. And then the next day we did the ponchos, taking Eugene along with us. And then we went to the Chinese buffet and did the in the bed under the sheets. And so we did find ourselves, of course, don't forget 2 drives, 2 times, 1 trip to A&M to take Chuck, and then the drive to go back and get him.
And you brought Eugene on that second
We did
trip.
take Eugene with us.
I just can't even imagine what A&M thinks about us at this point in time. They're probably like, oh, they replaced her with a dude, a fake dude.
Well, he looks French, so I don't think it really matters. I don't think that French people will hold that against us, but with his little bitty French curls and his little smile.
You did play Twister.
Oh,
you did get some gaming in.
We got some gaming in and a little workout. We did play Twister, and we had fun with that. And so I would say that Jeff, and here's what I really admired the most about Jeff. And this is something that I told Jeff this, and Jamie already knows this. We've been privileged and blessed to have met several other folks who are into video creating. And a lot of times when you meet somebody, what you see of them on their channel is nothing like they are in real life. And I was hoping that we would be able to have fun with Jeff, because I wanted to be myself and have fun. And I'll tell you what, Jeff might be the first of all the creators who I've been able to hang out with who actually allowed me to be me. And I didn't feel like I had to not be me.
You didn't feel like you had to turn it down at all?
I did not have to turn it down a notch with Jeff. And what I admired the most is that guy played along with every darn thing I got him involved in. He went along with everything. And that is what I admire the most about, Jersey Jeff, is the fact that he is a character, y'all. He's a character. And I hope he finds a way to take that back home with him and enjoy himself and laugh at himself, because there's some laughing. We laughed, and I can't say that I really have laughed in a while. Now, I don't laugh in front of you guys a lot because I like to try to make you think that I don't break. But you all do know that sometimes I will break. I will break, absolutely. And but with Jeff, he and I both pretty much held it together until after we were done with the video. And then we laughed at ourselves. We watched the replays together and we laughed at ourselves. And Jeff,
I loved it when you two shared glasses. Like literally, because neither one of y'all could see. And then you would say, can you, you would say, read that right there. And he would be like, I can't, you have my glasses. And
and so we played a lot of that up too. Don't forget, we know that you all wanted us to have a bromance. So we did everything we could think of.
Whatever. You do have a bromance.
No, we don't, Jamie. He's just a guy. I'm just a guy.
You went house shopping.
We played it up. Y'all wanted a bromance, so we gave you a bromance.
You wore
Everything from us having to share glasses to us having to decide who's going to pick what we're eating that night. I tied his tutu on. I helped get him, like the way I would zip her
up. I saw
a
picture of you in bed with him.
We got in bed together just for a picture, a photo op. We had fun. Okay. We had fun.
Next trip, it's me and Mary. That's all I'm going to say is like, I'm having a girls trip next time.
Okay.
Maybe you go to Pennsylvania and Mary comes here, something like that.
I will go there in the summer. Absolutely. Bring Mary on down. I will go to Pennsylvania in the summer and let Mary have 105 degrees with 80% humidity. Come on, Mary.
Jeff
it's great for your skin. It's great for your skin, Miss Mary.
They're only an hour and a half from Gettysburg.
Oh, I love me some history.
And I was like, Lester loves history. That would actually be a really fun trip. Like for you to get to go to Gettysburg to experience that. And then also the Liberty Bell is not far from there. There's a lot of history up in that area. And I think that you would have fun. So I don't know where you were at that point in time. Weren't you?
I don't know.
Jeff, I was in the backseat of the truck that day talking about that. Maybe you were on the phone. I don't know. Anyway, we talked about that and how neat that would be. Yes, Hershey Park is not far. Like Lester needs to see that part of the country because he hasn't been to the Northeast.
No, I haven't. I have not. But like I said, I will be happy to go to Pennsylvania, but I'm going to wait until the temperatures here are unbearable, and then I'm going to go up and visit and try to find me some cool temps. So let's wait till July or August. Okay?
Maybe we could house swap.
Yeah.
Jeff can come here since he's already got the Roman and Rita thing down. That's the hardest part of the whole gig. Like, then they could come here and we could go. I'm just kidding. I'm dreaming. You're
dreaming again?
We're never leaving.
But no, we did have fun, y'all. Jeff and I had fun. We had a lot of wonderful conversations, getting to know each other. We did take some time to talk about the whole social media. And I was surprised to find out that Jeff and Mary already have some haters. And I was like, Bud, that's the one thing you're going to have to just like, let it go. Don't let it eat at you the way it eats at a lot of us. I'm one of them. I can let it eat at me sometimes too. But that can sometimes be the number one reason why people stop creating is because of some of the negativity in the comments. But no, I still believe that he's a wonderful fella, very genuine, and it was a real pleasure getting to know him.
Yeah.
So what a fun trip. But it was busy for me, and hey, and you know what? I was so honest that yesterday Jeff was on the phone with Justin and they were talking, and I think that Justin must have said, "Is Lester tired of you yet?" And so Jeff's like, "Hey, are you tired of me yet?" And I'm like, well, no. Here's what I said. I said, I am not tired of you, but I do want my routine back. Was that mean? Wait, was that mean what I said? I said, I'm not tired of you.
There goes the bromance.
But I want my routine back.
You probably hurt his feeling.
No, I didn't mean to hurt his feeling. That's not hurtful. Is that hurtful? That was mean? Guys, well, you know what? I'm sorry, but I wanted my routine back. But Jeff is wonderful. I love the guy. I love the man. But I needed my routine back. Lester, that was mean, says Tammy. Listen, I wasn't having coffee with Jamie. I wasn't able to watch my shows with Jamie. I wasn't able to do my time with Rita and Roman. I had pretty much given away the entire JL North to Jeff, and that's fine. I don't mind that at all. For a little bit, but at some point I needed you back. I missed you. I mean, think about it. I didn't have time to talk with you all, and I'm normally talking with you all at least twice a day, and I didn't have time to do any of that stuff.
Now he's never going to come back and play Twister. There's no more tutu. He's probably never going to want to do that. I will say one thing. Chuck trusts Jeff a lot, and Jeff being able to just walk with a muffin made Chuck do everything with ease. Like, it was incredible the power that Jeff had over that bull.
Well, hold on a minute. Now,
maybe it was the muffin. Either way.
Hold on. Now, you got to be very careful with what you're saying because you don't want to give the false sense of security because Justin was also the one that bottle fed
That's true.
that bull.
But Justin wasn't here for me to see that. So
no, but what I'm saying is everyone needs to understand that a bull by nature can turn in a moment's notice.
Yes.
Don't forget how many people go over there to Yellowstone and they see these buffalo and they want to walk over and get a selfie. And one moment the buffalo is just sitting there chewing its cud, looking at you. And the next minute that person is on the ground gored to death.
They're still
when everyone has warned you. They're animals and
I wasn't saying that Chuck would never hurt Jeff.
No.
I just mean that Chuck his heart wasn't racing and he wasn't scared for his life being up front there, and Chuck felt that. I would have been terrified to be in that scenario. I don't think you would have been terrified, but I don't think you would have probably done it that way if you were leading. I don't know.
You're going to make me say something that's going to make everyone mad at me.
Don't say it then. I'll stop talking about it.
You're going to have to stop talking about it because I respect the power of that bull.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this, and I think it was foolish to walk right out to him and offer him a muffin. Did it work out this time? Yes, it did.
Wait, I don't even know what you're talking about.
You're trying to say that Jeff had this great connection. He was able to walk up and he had this thing with Chuck. And I'm saying, to me, that was foolish. Now, luckily he got Chuck in a good mood on a good day where Chuck might have been not as playful or as whatever. But to me, I'm sitting on the side by side in my mind saying, I need to be ready to get over there and help that man just in case that bull changes his mind. So I
wasn't talking about that scenario. I was actually talking about when we loaded him in the trailer the first time.
No, to load him the first time. I mean, he did go in that trailer, and that was the time that we loaded him and the time that we picked him up from A&M, both times.
Those were the times I was talking about.
But I
don't know what you're talking about.
Well, he was after muffins. He wasn't trying to I mean, come on. He was driven by food, y'all.
It wasn't me that was going to put myself in the muffin scenario, is all I'm saying. So I was grateful that he was here to be that guy.
Yeah, no, that did help a whole lot. But no, I just think it's a little bit different. The word choices I would use is a little bit different. I have a different respect and a different understanding of things. And I will just say that anybody, this is not just Jeff, but anybody who goes out into the pasture with the bull that almost paralyzed and could have even killed his best friend is really taking your life and into, I would say it was quite foolish. And I kept telling Jeff over and over and over, Bud, your safety is more important. Your safety is more important. Your safety is more important.
I would agree with that. I don't know. I didn't see that scenario.
Yeah, so no, that happened several times. And I don't think that Jeff was trying to show out for the camera. I just don't think that Jeff doesn't know what Justin knows, or he hasn't felt what Justin felt. And Jeff hasn't seen what I've seen in my lifetime. Luckily, I've never been gored by a bull. Yeah. But I would say for everyone who's saying that Jeff is so amazing, yeah, he's an amazing man. He has a great kindred spirit. Is that kindred spirit? He's in tune and in touch with Chuck for sure. But I would be afraid to do that too often, because there will come a time when Chuck may not be quite as playful. So
I don't even feed Chuck muffins. I don't like to do any of those things because this is why women live longer. Okay. That's it. I was only talking about the 2 times in the trailer. Sorry. I should have clarified.
Well, Mandy says, I'm just jealous. Mandy, you can call it whatever you want to. I am happy that we had Jeff here to help load the bull and unload the bull. And I'll be more than happy to say jealous if you want to say it that way. But I'll tell you what, you make your ears pretty, lady, sweet lady, make your ears pretty. But no, Jeff was wonderful. But he is gone, and he should have landed by now. I got a message right before he took off, and I do believe now, I don't know how it works with time change.
So it's
because
10:15 there.
so it's 10:15
He
there.
should have had at least a 3-hour flight
So
because
on his ticket, when it shows his departure and his arrival, does it account for the time change?
Mhm.
Okay. So I do believe he's home by now. He might even be watching this right now. And Jeff, if you are, I want you to know that I'm going to miss you. I am going to miss you. But you're always welcome here. You know that.
I feel like you should have sent him home with Eugene or something, or maybe we should send them Eugene. Maybe
Jamie, he took my tripod. He took my tripod with him. Now he called and told me he took it. I'm like, okay. He goes, don't worry, I'll get you another one. I'm like, no, I got plenty. So he took off.
Oh, he hasn't landed yet. He's got another 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
How do you know that?
People said it.
How are people tracking Jeff while he flies?
He must have told them.
Okay. So he'll be landing soon then. And
Oh,
when he does,
by the way, where are Chuck's man parts?
they're in the freezer.
Oh, okay.
They are
The
frozen.
freezer out here?
They're frozen solid by now. So what I will have to do is get one of those little coolers that keep things cold, and I will have to do the overnight when I ship those up.
Oh, you can get dry ice from one of the meat markets around here.
Okay, well, I'll find a way to get those sent overnight when I send them back up north, and it'll all be fine.
Does Justin know
Does Justin know what?
that those are coming?
Oh, he wants them.
I was actually surprised that they put them in a baggie, and then I got to thinking about it. They must not have had a jar big enough.
Well, they put a saline solution around them. That's why it looks so saline-ish, and they'll be fine. If we had
Somebody says to freeze dry them.
no, I suggested that we freeze dry them.
That would take like a week.
Oh, would it take that long?
We can do it.
I mean, not to eat later. We're not
They
going
would
to eat them.
be shriveled.
We're not going to eat them in 25 years. And I don't even know what Justin plans to do with them. I would be real curious to see.
They were really big.
But no, I'll tell you, I'll just kind of summarize the entire thing. Meeting the three of them was a real blessing. They're all three just amazing individuals. The three being Justin and his wife Lauren, who are amazing together and apart. And then of course Jeff. I do look forward to one day hopefully being able to meet his son Jaden and his wife Mary, and that would be a really neat trip for them to come down and visit sometime. And like I said, we had a great time. We had a lot of fun, and the guy he's a crazy. He's as crazy as I am, and I don't think there's anything I could have come up with that he would have not have joined me in.
That's
and
terrifying.
I cannot say that
That's
about
terrifying.
everybody. No, you can't say that about everybody. So, but then like I was also saying, it was 5 days was long, and I was out of my routine for those 5 days, and that made it a little bit difficult for me, just trying to make sure I cover all of my jobs here over there, even though I know that Jeff had that pretty much covered, but I was not in my element, you know?
So for reference, when we used to go on vacation,
Yeah.
I'm telling people this, after 2 days, Lester is panicked about
Yeah.
not having his routine. Even if everything at home is taken care of, I'm trying to like put it into perspective here. It had actually nothing to do with Jeff. It has everything to do with Lester has a little, I don't want to call it OCD, but like,
Would one of the
Yeah.
moderators look for Tara Green and figure out what her situation is, please? Go ahead.
anyway, one of Lester's things is he's very routine driven. And when we step out of that routine, like I can feel his energy around the whole, like the routine is off scenario.
Is that a bad thing though, or is that just a man thing, or both?
I didn't say it was bad. It's just your thing.
So maybe it's just that I just can't relax. Is that what you're trying to say? I just don't know how to ever really relax.
Like there's no way on earth that you could have been in Jeff's shoes, been away from home for
oh
5
no,
days
no,
with
no,
nothing.
no.
I don't mean like with nothing, but like no plan, no certainty, no routine, nothing like that. Lester Morrow could not handle what Jeff went through.
Yeah.
And there's nothing bad about that.
You want to hear something kind of weird? That the same things that I think is slowly driving me insane in the, I'm just going to use the same thing that Jack, here's Johnny. Remember in the Notebook?
Not
All
the Notebook.
work. No, he wrote it in his notebook.
Oh, yeah.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. I've told you before that I feel like every single day is so routine, day in, day in, day in, day out, day in, day out. Every single day is so routine. And whereas you have coworkers and Zoom calls and, traveling here and there, you have a lot more social life than what I do. My only friends are either the animals that I talk to or these sweet people. And really, in reality, I'm mostly talking to myself. Even when I talk to Pig Trudy and she answers me back, if you think about it, that's really me answering myself back. Hi, sweet Trudy. Trudy, you got to be more sweet. And so what I'm doing is in my mind, I'm going bananas. I'm just, the routine that I say I love is also driving me bananas. It's like going to make me insane. It is. It's going to make me insane. Lester needs his purpose. I think I have a purpose. I really enjoy what I do. And some of the kinder comments and the emails that we get remind me of my purpose on a regular basis. There's people that really do enjoy what I do. And I'm blessed that I do have a purpose. But I also will say that it's a very mundane routine, day in and day out. And like we said earlier, all day. And the days start very early and they don't end until very late.
But the thing is, whenever you pull Lester out of his routine, he's anxious about missing his routine.
I know. I'm sick, y'all. I'm just a sicko.
I'm like, here, let's.
Y'all do know that you're watching a sicko here. I'm just a real sicko.
I'm like, what do you want to do? Like, I'll give him the hypothetical. If you had somebody to come here for 2 days or 1 day or 3 days or 5 days, and we could do whatever we wanted, what would you want to do? And he's like, I don't really know. Like it does. So I will start recommending things like, that's not my thing. That's not my thing. That's not my thing. And then the panic of missing the routine like sets in. So like Lester he needs the routine.
Yet the routine is driving me insane. And then, so what I was saying a minute ago, this is kind of true, but, many people would have thought that I would have appreciated the fact that Jeff is over there doing the morning feed up, doing the afternoon feed up, and he was enjoying it. I know it gave him something to do while he was here, but I was also, it was hard to know that I wasn't there to be a part of the feed up. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know if this makes sense to anybody, unless you're like me. And if there's anyone like me, I would love to know that I'm not alone in this crazy, insane world that I live in. Guys, why is it put my ears pretty? My ears are pretty. I'm not being a Rita.
No.
Am I?
No.
Am I being a Rita?
It is really, it's hard when you're in it. And I've talked about this before. Like, it's not a control thing. It's a
someone says I'm just a creature of habit.
You are. You're not alone. A lot of people say you're not alone.
Oh, thank God, because you made me feel like I was some kind of a freak of nature or something there for a minute.
I never meant to make you feel like you're a freak.
Oh, Lord. I'm glad it makes sense to some of you. And for those who don't get it, consider yourself lucky. If you don't get what I'm talking about, and if you don't get what so many people here are saying that they're the same way, honestly, consider yourself lucky, okay? Because it's not easy being like us, those of us who are like me. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say something else and it just completely went right through me. I don't know what I was going to say. No, but help me.
Are you okay?
I had a really good thought. And then I was reading a couple of comments, waiting for you to finish what you were saying. And then all of a sudden I just lost it. Gosh darn it.
Sorry.
That just means I'm getting old and I'm getting tired.
Well, I just know that it's been a fun week. and I didn't get to spend all the time that you did, but it was good for Lester to step out of his routine, whether he liked it or not. It was good for him.
Moderators, have a look at Lou O'Neill, please. You should have moderators. This is so wonderful. I can ask the moderators if I see people saying mean things because someone's like being a jerk. I can just simply say, moderators, take care of Lou O'Neill, please. And I don't have to go back and do like in the old days where I got to go up and try to find it.
I don't have those.
You have those people. You just don't care.
I just feel like some people are just having bad days, and I'm their outlet sometimes. And if it's really egregious, then I'll handle it.
You don't think that sometimes those kind of comments can create a lot of negativity in your comments? I'll say something. I'll go ahead and just say this. This is kind of on the same topic. You know, there are people who are, keep it in the family. There are people who are Jamie people who will never understand why she's with me, how she puts up with me, how she can handle me, and all of the things. And then there's people that are Lester people who probably ask the same or similar type questions. Right?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that point blank are like, Lester can do so much better, and why would you put up with that? How dare she talk to you that way? I've even read where people are like, well, it's all Lester's anyway. Why does she get to say so? Why on earth would you let Jamie have chickens? And like all these things of like you should obey his wishes and things like that.
And so what happens is, what I try to say is, because all of that friction that gets started right over here in the chat, people take great offense to that.
Yeah.
So people that love you for whatever you add to their life, they take offense. And it's a natural thing to want to defend those that you love and care about. It's like taking care and defending your child. Even though your child may have some flaws, you don't want people to bash your child for those flaws or for those shortcomings, you know? And so what I try to remind people is, hey, if you're a Justin person and you don't like the Lester, because there was a lot of that, right? Especially early on. I remember me and Miss Keisha were talking, that's one of the moderators, and she just could not understand where all of the hatred and the anger came from. And I said, Miss Keisha, he pretty much gave us one of his beloved characters, and people hated me for that. And so I'm like, what we would rather you do is just try to go find your happy place instead of bringing all of that negative energy and friction to the chat, because it's not going to change the fact that Justin entrusted us with his bull, who's now a steer. And then there's also Jeff people who really love the calm, sweet demeanor and things. And so I'm seeing that now. There's a lot of people that want Lester to hush it up and stop screaming and stop yelling and stop all the drama and stop all the put your ears pretty Rita and everything else. And that's just always going to be like that, y'all. But we just ask you to go to a page where people share your opinions instead of trying to bring the drama to channels where the creator is appreciated for what they bring and for what they offer. Did that make any sense to you whatsoever?
Yeah.
I don't know. But yes, today is my son's birthday. He's 13. He went to see a Rockets game. His mom surprised him when he woke up with his room filled with his favorite colored balloons. He got a new pair of shoes. And then she bought him a big cookie. It's one of those giant cookies.
Sounds so good with icing on it.
With icing. And so
that sounds terrific, actually.
Yes. And so, no, I was not able to get him. The plan was for me to get him in the afternoon, but then they got the tickets to see the Rockets, and he wanted to do that. And so that's fine. But his birthday with me will come next Sunday, where we're going to be hosting both a cookie cake, where we're going to be hosting both Connor, which is my Stephanie and Buddy's son, who's also 13. He and Lex are only a few days apart in age. and we'll have their birthday party here at Longhorn Lester's in our big shop. And we have some really fun games we're going to play. And I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of work. We're putting a lot more work on ourselves. I know. We have to clean out the shop again. We have to get all the games set up and organized. But you know what? I'm excited about it. And I can't wait for you all to see the fun birthday party we're going to host. And that will be next Sunday, which means we might not be able to do live next Sunday because I got to take Lex home right behind that. And that'll be a later day than normal. We'll talk about that later, though. That's a long
that's
ways
way too
away.
far away to stress. There's a lot of things that are going to happen between now and then.
And when does time change? What day does the clocks roll forward?
I wait
or
till
roll
I wait
back?
till my calendar tells me to do so, and people start talking
Forward.
about it.
No, they go forward this time.
Mhm.
They go forward. You don't know
it's
when.
spring forward.
Yeah, they're going to spring forward. What did I say?
Fall forward.
Fall forward. They're going to spring forward.
March 9th. It is that day.
March the 9th is next Saturday, next
So
Sunday.
we actually lose an hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
whoops.
It'll stay lighter, darker, lighter longer.
It'll stay
though.
lighter longer. It will.
Oh my
Okay.
God. So
Lester, did Jeff forget anything this time? So I did not go inside the RV. Jamie went in to peek, make sure everything was turned off as far as lights and hot water heater and all of those things. We don't leave those things on if we're not there.
Right.
Our cameras run all the time, and so those are always on. But and of course we have running water. We have electricity, but we turn everything off inside the RV unless it's so hot that we need to keep keep it cool-ish or warm-ish. So I don't know what he left behind, but I promise you I will go look tomorrow and spend some time over there. Today was difficult. Today was very difficult. It started early. You know what? I'll just make a video about it. It'll be better to make it a video. Why do you laugh? You know where I'm going with this?
I do. Today was actually a lovely day outside. It was 86 degrees and sunny. And believe it or not, we got a lot accomplished. And we're really blessed that JL North didn't start on fire. Winning.
Yes, we are blessed for that. Everything's nice and green at JL North as well.
Yeah.
So we don't really have much of a risk for fire. I mean, knock on wood. But some of the pastures that are brown and dry and have not been cleaned up in a while absolutely can catch fire easily. And so my neighbor, Mr. Curtis, he's the pastor of the local church, was out making himself a fire, doing, I guess, burning a box or burning some trash, whatever he was doing, and his fire caught out.
That pasture that is connected to his house has a lot of overgrowth that was dead from winter and was very dry. Like it was very tall and dry. Not
Yeah. So
it's hard to
that's
explain
not
that.
actually his pasture.
Yeah.
That's behind his house. But you're right. No one maintains it. There's
No.
no animals on it, and it just gets very, very grown up. And the fire that he had started, I guess an ember had flown up and just landed in the wrong place. The next thing you know is that entire back 20 acres is on fire. But when we pulled over to the JL North to do the chores, we saw fire trucks, and they were using our far driveway, not our main drive,
Yeah.
but the far driveway. And that terrified us to know that we
saw
weren't
smoke
there.
and that we saw fire trucks all the way up by the barn.
Yes,
It was scary. Super scary.
it was scary. But no, all is fine. Mr. Curtis, I feel bad. And I think I said it in your live, but I'd never given him my new phone number. So he's trying to call me to let me know what's going on and that all is going to be okay. And that, and I kept saying this number's not connected. This number's no longer connected. So no, he is not the owner of the riffraff. The owner of the riffraff does not live here. And I'm going to stop calling them that. Riffraff is a derogatory term that I don't mean
I
it.
just call it the neighbors.
The neighbors. I don't mean it in a mean way, but it probably sounds mean. These are 3 wonderful horses that I wish they had
Better
a
circumstances.
better, a more hands-on You
That
know.
is what burnt though is not their pasture.
That's not their pasture. That was the one up in the front.
Yeah, they're on the back.
Yeah, it's the pasture alongside our gladiator pasture. You can go by and watch Jamie's live. She went live from the property, and we drove right alongside the fire. We saw where it had burnt. It actually burnt across our fence. So it could have been scary, but everything was fine. Fire department was there. They did have to cut my fence, my gate, to get into the lane. But I will go down tomorrow at some point and reset back my gates, and all is fine. No animals can get out. All of our animals are where they need to be.
Yeah.
Chuck, as of right now, is inside the Chuck stop. He's fine. He's wonderful. Rita and Roman are inside the large horse pasture with their stables and their barn.
And all of that pasture is drying up beautifully. I don't know if you noticed that today while we were walking out there, but
we've had 5 days of beautiful sun.
Finally, because it was sloppy for a bit there.
I know.
So it is dried up really beautiful. And
it has.
It was nice to be able to. I walked out in tennis shoes tonight, so that was kind of cool.
Yes. And then, of course, all the big cows with their babies are out back. So, well, listen, friends, I've had you for an hour. All I wanted to do was make sure that you guys know that we love you and that we're very blessed. And I feel like I'm back. Lester's back. Okay. Tomorrow we will be doing something fun. Tomorrow is Texas Independence Day. And so I've invited Jamie to go on a day trip with me. I don't know if she'll accept or not. I know she wants to probably stay here and work in her garden, but I would like to drive her somewhere. And if you all are available, then I'll be more than happy to go live and invite you to come with us. That has to be, though, on the Longhorn Lester channel. I try to save I'm a Survivor Sanctuary for animal type stuff, especially the rescued animals. So Longhorn Lester's, though, will be a place we can all hang out if you guys want to come along with us on a day date to celebrate Texas independence. And I promise you, I'll tell you the whole story while we're there. That'll be in the afternoon. And no, it's not the Alamo, but it is all related. And we'll have ourselves a history lesson when we get there. Or are you going to go? Because you really haven't said yes or no yet. I've told her multiple times. She went online and looked it up.
And I said, what did I say was on the way?
Probably some kind of a nursery or a flea market.
Nope, you weren't listening.
I wasn't listening. Well, I'm sorry. But,
I said, I'll go if we can stop at X. You forgot. It's okay.
Lowe's? A nursery?
Nope.
A petting zoo? Or not a flea market of some sort?
No, it's okay.
Goodwill?
I said
resale shop.
I said that my favorite Goodwill is on the way, and there's an antique store across the street from it that I've never been to.
There's also a Buc-ee's that's not too far down the road as well.
We'll see, but I was at Buc-ee's this week already twice.
Oh, so. Jamie's already been to Buc-ee's twice this week, so whatever.
Either way, you haven't been, so
I have
that's
not.
fine. But either way, I will more than likely go on the adventure and delay planting a few days. But we have to get those plants in the ground before the weekend. There's no way that I'm having stuff out and about.
Okay.
For the party.
Anywho, thank you all for watching the live. And I'll just remind you all, let's just remember that we're all friends and family here. And we don't have to be mean to each other. And if that's your intentions, then there's not really I'm sorry to say, Jamie says you're just having a bad day. And maybe you are. Someone knows it.
That's not it.
Yes, it is.
That's in Huntsville.
Not that one. Not the one in Huntsville. But it is a monument. I'll leave you guessing. And it's in Baytown, Texas. Can I just tell them?
God, you just kind of gave it away.
Well, is it a secret? You'll have a lot of fun. And you'll learn some really neat history.
We'll also go to an antique store on the way.
And we're going to stop at an antique store along the way. Whatever it takes to make Jamie happy, okay?
You love an antique store too. That's the funniest part about him. He's like, no, that doesn't sound fun. No. And then we get there and he's like, this is so awesome. Did you see this stuff right here? Look at all these neat things. And he gets so into it, and it's just like Lex.
So listen, there's this place called the San Jacinto Monument. Okay. San Jacinto Monument. And there's some amazing history there. A lot of people know about it already. There's also the Battleship Texas. Battleship Texas is a retired battleship. I think that it last saw service in World War II, and now it's anchored right there at the monument. And so you can go by and visit the monument, which that's more of the Texas history part of it. Sometimes they do reenactments of the Battle of San Jacinto, which is really, really neat to watch. And so I'm excited to go tomorrow. I don't know for sure. We're not looking at the schedule to see what time the reenactments and all of those things are. I would just like to go and maybe grab us.
The battleship is no longer there.
Why? Where did it go? That's so fun. I've not been there since L.E. was a little guy. Wonder why. That is the saddest thing ever. The battleship's no longer there.
There's like 5 people that said that.
Well, guys, I'm so sorry to hear that. But I hope the monument's still there. I hope it's still there. Dang it.
Somebody says the ship moved to Galveston.
So Galveston was starting a ship museum. They have a submarine in Galveston.
It was sinking. Hold on a second.
It was sinking. They took it away a year ago.
It was sinking, so they moved it for repairs.
Okay, it's in Galveston now.
Trip canceled, Lori says.
No, Lori, we're still
Just
going.
kidding. We're staying with the routine tomorrow. No.
Jamie ain't planting flowers all day. She can wake up early and plant her flowers.
I got a half in today. I did a lot today. A lot, but I did not get them all in.
Thank y'all for letting me know the ship's no longer there. That kind of will help.
Look
my
at it.
planning.
Look at how much he sank right now. I'm like, oh, it's okay.
Listen, here's the thing. When you tour those battleships, they're not air conditioned. So you really need to go when the weather's cool. And we have some beautiful temperatures right now. I think that Jeff is going to be able to vouch for that. I mean, he's experiencing 60, maybe 70 degree by day with sun, the night times 40s and 50s. He didn't have to really turn on the AC or do much as far as heating goes.
Apparently it's all the way in Galveston now.
So I wonder if it's open for touring in Galveston or if it's just there for repairs on a dry dock. And it doesn't matter. We will go to the monument. And there's an elevator that takes you all the way to the top.
Oh, people said they were just there in August.
Okay, so everything is fine then. But I think that we probably should double check before we leave just to make sure. But if not, I promise we'll find adventure somewhere else in antique shopping or Buc-ee's or something. And you guys are welcome to come along with us. We've been enjoying doing that. And what I love the most is to know that this is not for everybody, but there are so many people who appreciate and enjoy getting out and doing things. And a lot of folks say because they're no longer able to. And so when we found ourselves doing, be it the fairgrounds last weekend or the RV show the weekend before, there were a lot of folks who really enjoyed that. And in saying so, we have another RV show coming up that we have to go to for my dad's sponsorship. We'll talk more about that later. But yeah, that's a part of the routine that you have to do when you take on a sponsorship kind of a thing. I'm not making my dad go. Okay, my dad's not going to go, but we will go in his place. And you're coming with us. But we'll talk more about that as time draws near. All right. Well, I've had you for a very long time. Thank you for being so kind and so sweet tonight. We will try to get back on a regular routine. I promise you. So anything you want to say to end this thing, babe?
Thanks for loving us. Thanks for being a part of our life and lives and giving us the greatest gift of all, which is your time.
Absolutely. All right. You guys wish Mr. Jeff a safe trip back. He should be landing pretty darn soon. And we will certainly miss him. All right. All right. And we'll have Chuck updates every day. Don't worry. Chuck's doing fine, though. Jamie can vouch that his all of his parts look to be doing great today. Okay. And I'll be in the morning over there giving him all of his 54 little pills that will go down his throat with his muffins. We'll see you guys in the morning. Thank you so much. We love you. And
Good night, y'all.
Yes, good night. Oh, I forgot to.
Survivor. I'm a survivor, survivor. Who will be the ultimate survivor? Let's find out when you spend a day in our shoes. All you creators, our sanctuary is waiting. Who will win the title? Well, it could be you. Survivor, survivor. I'm a survivor. Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.